doing a fundraiser, or a rally, a fundraiser for Jose Vega's campaign against Richie Torres. And Richie Torres is garbage. He is garbage. He is APEC garbage. He is military-industrial complex garbage. He is not serving the people of the Bronx whatsoever.
I thought he was a robot.
I'm going to show you a video of him. So that's this. It's June 6th. That's a Thursday. I'll be there. Keaton will be there. Russell will be there, and Jose Vega will be there. And there's even going to be a meet and greet. So, and remember, it's a fundraiser, right? So this is not for me to make money or Russ or Keaton to make money or anybody to make money. It's to raise funds for his campaign. So that's why we're selling tickets to it. I'm going to do a stand-up set, not my full show, just a snippet of it. And we're going to have a panel discussion. It's going to be a nice, fun, raucous event. And I want to show people who he's running against. This is when Jose confronted Richie Torres, the piece of it, who is a tool of AIPAC, Israel, and the military-industrial complex, and is a pro-warmonger. And here you are confronting him over the Nord Stream pipeline. Let me just show it to the people.
Cy Hirsch just released the fact that the United States blew up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. You weren't briefed on that. Why not? Are you going to put a congressional probe into that? Yes or no? Because this ain't no ordinary journalist. You know that.
So,
I want to hear what he has to say.
Nord Stream is a pipeline. From Europe,
sounds like Biden's Economic Council.
From Russia to Germany. So we don't have the authority to investigate pipelines.
All right, come on. Now that's bullshit. You know that. Victoria Nuland herself says she's happy that it's a pile of metal underwater. Do you share her sentiment?
Here's what we know. The Europeans are conducting an investigation.
They investigated.
And it is true.
Why did Joe Biden say that we are going to get rid of the Nord Stream pipeline? And when asked, but wait a minute, that's run by Gazprom in Germany, how are you going to do it? He said,
we'll be able to do it.
You have definitive evidence.
Yeah, we do. It's called Cy Hirsch.
Then produce the evidence.
He already
produced the evidence. Read the article.
Listen, this is Cy Hirsch. This is the My Lai massacre. Okay, this is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist. He is not going to publish something he can't prove. So unless you're naive enough and you don't know that, I'm here to inform you. I'm at least asking for congressional inquiry into whether or not it's true, because his credibility alone should prompt that, don't you think?
The Europeans are conducting an investigation.
We know the United States did this now.
It seems like you know the answer to the question. So
well, what are you going to do? I'm your constituent.
Answer your question.
I'm your constituent. I want you to actually do something about it.
I'm going to try to answer your question once more, and then I'm going to move on. The Europeans are conducting.
That's a non-answer. What are you doing? Because if the United States did this, you are going to you have to hold them accountable. This is listen, we are on the verge of a nuclear war right now. I don't think you know that, and if the people here don't know that, they should. You talk a big game about the Bronx. You talk a big game about a lot of things, but guess what? None of it's going to matter if we're all dead. Think about that for a second, right? You are leading us into a nuclear war. What's happening in Ukraine directly affects what's happening here. You don't think you're going to get us into a nuclear war? Is exactly how we get into a nuclear war. Now, as your constituent, I demand that you stop funding the Ukrainians. I understand that you're also an Israeli lobby plant. Look, how can you deny what's happening to the Palestinians, but you can defend what's going on in Ukraine? And now you're trying to erase their history. You are the biggest fraud. You think George Santos is a liar? You're the biggest fraud here.
So that was fun. It was fun to see you do that. I noticed a collar. Notice you have a collar on, and now you weren't sporting your Cornell West hairdo. So I'm just trying to help you get votes. Okay, I'm trying to help you get votes.
All right, look. Well, first of all, Jimmy, I'm proud to announce that tomorrow morning I will be handing in all of our signatures to get my name on the ballot for November. We needed 35. Right.
So what was the threshold? You had to get 10,000 signatures, and you got three times that, right?
We had to get 3,500 signatures.
Oh, and how many did you get?
And we needed 3 times that.
And I can comfortably say we are comfortably over what we needed.
Okay.
I won't give a specific number, but we are comfortably. We
Get
hit
some
our
extra
goal.
in case.
Yeah, he did. He got 3 times.
Oh no, we got slightly more than that too. But
okay, good. All right, well, that's good to hear.
And I also made a promise to people that once we hand these things in, I will be getting a haircut. You know.
Okay, good.
So, you know, some people said, you know, you could be the next Cornell, and that's exactly why I'm getting a haircut.
Yeah, it killed his Harlem numbers.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you saw the big turnout for Cornell in Harlem yesterday.
Oh, it was enthusiastic. It was great. It was, you know, I heard it all the way in the Bronx.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's the running on the lesser of two evils platform. That's what it'll get you. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I want to show one more thing. I just wanted people to know that the guy he's running against is Richie Torres, who is a complete tool of AIPAC, Israel, the military-industrial complex. Richie Torres is the enemy of the people in the Bronx. So if you want to support this guy, come June 5th, or is it June 6th? June 6th. It's a Thursday. Where can people go? What's your website? They can go there and get tickets, right?
VoteVega.nyc/door.
Say, what is it again?
VoteVega.nyc/door. It'll take you right to the Eventbrite link. Look, there's early bird tickets still available. The meet and greet and the general admissions are there. It's a fundraiser. And look, I just want to tell people, look, we run this campaign on, you know, shoelaces. We're running it on hopes and dreams, but hope and dreams don't fuel cars. Gas does. And, you know,
yeah, you need money. And the reason why I support Jose Vega, I probably don't agree with everything Jose Vega's for, but he's willing to stand up against empire, and he's willing to stand up against the military-industrial complex. He's willing to stand up against the Israel lobby, and he's willing to tell the truth and confront people. And so that's I'll join with anyone to do good and no one to do bad. And the good that you're doing right now is enormous. And you're against empire and the military-industrial complex. You're against those wars, and you would be a great voice for the people. You're no AOC. You're not going to be co-opted. I made a mistake about AOC, but if you turn out to be anything that I don't think you are, I will hunt you down.
Oh, you absolutely. Well, you know, let's
and
be
your
straightforward
fucking
here,
head
Jimmy.
in.
I mean, let's just be straightforward here,
Oh my
right?
God! I was just getting a text and I heard violence.
That was
Was he being racist again, Jimmy, like he was towards that poor Jose Torres?
He's being racist against Jose Torres.
Yeah. Look, let's be honest here for a second. Let's be real. If I'm actually elected into the Congress, will I be able to pass any legislation? They're not going to put me on any committees. We know that, right? They're going to do everything they can to censor me. But what they can't do is stop me from speaking the truth.
That's right.
And getting me elected helps prevent some rich asshole like Richie Torres
from doing evil,
from owning a seat. Yeah, exactly. Right. But also Richie Torres is this embodiment of people who believe you can just buy congressional districts. Oh, the poor people in the Bronx and the poorest congressional district. Fuck it. Throw some $1 million in there and we'll just put our guy in there. No, fuck that. Look, my congressional district is the only one completely contained in the Bronx. And I can tell you from being on the ground with the people, they are sick of this motherfucker Richie Torres coming out here, you know, talking shit on their name, you know, supporting Israel and not doing anything for the Bronx either, right? They recognize it. And the fact that he has $8 million in his treasure chest right now, they think it's disgusting.
Oh.
All right. I've had people give us free coffee, free food from different shops. Neighbors are talking about me. We are actually building up something in the South Bronx. So no, I don't have $9 million in my chest. I don't. I have you. I have people who watch me, support me, people who've donated every time I come on the programs or when I'm out in the street. And just, it's truly grassroots. You know, people flew out from Ohio, Missouri to get signatures for me. Okay, I had somebody come from Jersey City 3 times in one day to give my volunteers clothes because it was like cold and they came underdressed, right? This is a truly grassroots campaign. We are kicking ass on this thing. And we honestly are going to show that we don't need to be muffled. We don't have to muffle the truth. We don't have to censor the truth, that the truth can carry us to something big.
Okay.
And I believe we can do it.
And I want to show people just what a tool Richie Torres is of the AIPAC and Israel. He denies that there's a genocide happening. And listen to his logic. Like, this should turn your stomach.
The Palestinian population in Israel has gone from somewhere in the range of 200,000 in 1948 to over 2 million in Israel and the terror, and then overall it's about 14 million. And that's based on numbers that have been reported by the Palestinian Authority. So if there were genocide, there would not be a surge in the Palestinian population. There would be a systematic depopulation. This is not a debate. This is
So that's his bullshit reasoning of what's happening in front of everyone. So the party told you to ignore the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was the final and most essential command, and that's Richie. If you want to see a tool of he is the AOC in the Bronx. That's who Richie Torres is. He's worse, actually, if that's possible, but he is, because he pretends to be one thing. He's the exact opposite. He's the enemy of the people in the Bronx, and everybody should support Jose
He's
Vega.
like a chatbot.
It's worse than that.
He wouldn't pass a Turing test to see if an AI had achieved consciousness.
So what is that? Give me the URL one more time for that fundraiser.
Sure. It's votevega.nyc/Dore, D-O-R-E.
Okay.
You know, people can go, they can buy the tickets there. And if you can't make it, by the way, if you want to make it, but you can't make it, donate and help us sponsor some tickets too for people who would like to come and just don't have the dough.
There you go.
If you donate, you know, you can help buy tickets for people who would like to come as well. You know, I want to make my show as accessible as possible for people to come in, because as much as it's going to be a night of laughs, and it'll be probably about a day after we know for a fact we're on the ballot, we'll get a certification. I want it to be an organizing event too. I want people to say, you know what, this has been great. After this, let's go out. Let's put some leaflets out there. Let's buy Jose a proper suit and a collared shirt, you know, and a tie. You know, and let's actually get some votes and canvassing. I'm tired, folks. I've been out every day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. Today's been the last day. Tomorrow we hand in the fruit of the labors of everybody who either donated or came out and supported, shared it. This has all been you. And so I can finally have some sleep after tomorrow. And I'm ready for phase 2 of this campaign. We're only accelerating. We're making Richie Torres sweat at night. And I think we can do something great in the Bronx, but it needs your help. It needs your support, because I truly can't do this without you. I don't got AIPAC money. I got you.
And the beauty is you're not running as a Democrat or a Republican. You're not funneling people's revolutionary energy back into a anti-worker, pro-war party. You're here to actually oppose that stuff. So people go to, what's your website, Jose Vega?
VoteVega.nyc, where you can donate. You can sign up to volunteer. VoteVega.nyc/Dore if you'd like to attend the fundraiser. And also, I've also been calling my donors again. I stopped because of the petitioning. I'm back. So some of you got calls from me today. I'm going through the backlog of people who've donated. You'll get a call from me personally thanking you. So
okay.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. I'll see you June 6th in the Bronx. That's going to be something. And then I'll see you June 7th at the Icarus Festival in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Come this weekend to the American Comedy Company.
Okay, we're not ending the show.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
all right. We got.
Well, look, thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. People should just follow me on social media at Hoseby Trigger. I'll be posting tomorrow morning, maybe live streaming me handing in the petitions, and I'll be speaking at some conference on Friday virtually, so people can follow my social media. It's a Humanity for Peace thing. Ray McGovern and other names people know will be speaking there. It'll be on my social media. So thanks again, Jimmy, for giving me the time to be on your platform. And thank you to everyone donated your time, your money, and your efforts. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate all of you.
Okay. Over to Steph.
All righty. Okay. Hey,
as Jews in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical grace soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, you know, money poor people. You know, this government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But you know, something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. You know, we don't really know what war is. You know, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, you know, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison, but they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, you know, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, you know, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators, and they're going to have riots on their hands. You know, they're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. You know, we have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, you know, what we need, what needs to be done. And, you know, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. I mean, you know, don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, you know, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, you know, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, you know, this system and those backing the officials running the system, you know, want people to believe that revolution means violence, you know, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. You know, when people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just move babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit